Okay, we are back with our next quest, which is going to be Fontaine Research Institute Stagnating in the Rubble, which is part of the Fontaine Research Institute Chronicles, it looks like. So, where are we going? All the way over here, and I don't have this teleporter. Fantastic. What is this? That's in a cave. The closest might actually be this. So let's go here. We will unlock that teleporter when we get there. I don't know how I managed to not unlock it considering I fought that boss. Going to avoid those water pots. I am sick of those things. Materials office. I will kill these though. This I will do. Oh. I did not mean to start with you. This is where we're at.
Busted.
Okay.
Things are about to get dicey. Lightning terrified.
Now my rotation is back on track. Build back up my gears. I see my teleporter in the distance. My Mercotte. I know I just did a quest to help a dog, but now I'm going to destroy them. Matsutake, more Mercotte. Okay, so this has to be, oh, hi, lizard. Okay.
Take it easy.
Teleporter first. And then, what are you? Are you a fight to the death type challenge? Hi.
Stand with me.
Defract. Here you are.
Okay.
Don't let any of it roll away now.
I have to do these whenever I see them because there's no way I would remember where to find them otherwise. Okay. Now that thing needed to get powered. Where is the starting mechanism, though, is the question. Okay, so that needs to be unlocked. There's a sigil. I vaguely remember them saying that we could, like, look at sigils. Okay. One of my lights is flickering. It's driving me insane. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to unscrew this light bulb. Okay, I have unscrewed the obnoxious light bulb. What am I doing now? Hi. This is a test text for cipher letters. This is not a test text for cipher letters. What? Huh. Looks like I can add and remove text.
Book learning alone is not enough to cultivate
Butor's
intelligence.
invention is interesting indeed, and not a useless one, unfortunately. There are too many blockheads in the Institute now. Apart from a few intriguing individuals, the rest of them only know how to follow what's tried and tested. These few exceptions are buried in their own fascinating experiments and care little for others' projects. But I believe that one day cipher letters will be applicable in our lives, just like my system-wide prototype, which has tons of development potential. I'm happy for you, I guess? Wait, hold on. Do I need to
Wait.
switch to this angle?
No. Whatever.
Okay. That needs to be powered. So give me this. Power that.
The
No.
scribe's work is simple, which is exactly why I took the position.
Power this. Okay, now I can go open whatever that was. I think it was honestly just a treasure chest. It sure was.
Don't let any of it roll away now.
Okay. My pine cone, my mercotte. Where the heck are we going now? This way? Sure. A viewpoint. And there's another Oculus somewhere.
Quietly now. Out of my way.
I really need to kill more specters so that I can finish Cookie's talents. I like to max, well, not crown, but get to level 9, all of my characters' talents, just because why not? My viewpoints. Oh, that's right, I forgot there were cubes floating in the sky. Oh, there's a challenge over there. Okay. Knacker. This is it here. Hang on a second while I go find Miss Cognac. Whoa, what's that place? A building floating in the air? Paimon gets it. This must be one of those magical, I only want the second floor, just cut the first floor out buildings that you hear about in stories. What stories have you been listening to, Paimon, that is a thing? The Fontaine Research Institute's science is the finest in the world. It really is. What you're seeing now is the central laboratory of the Fontaine Research Institute, or should I say, what was once the central laboratory. Mr. Edwin Eastinghouse was once within, trying to develop a field generator using archaeum. Initial estimates indicated that the device could lift an entire block of buildings. My guess is that the experiment didn't turn out so well. Of course, had Mr. Edwin not left 2/3 of the Fontaine Research Institute in ashes, he would have been a shoo-in for the post of the next director. And today, the heavy responsibilities that belong to the post of director, including a lifelong stipend and a private dwelling, must be borne by the likes of Choiseul and Raimondo. Paimon wonders just what kind of people Raimondo and Choiseul are. According to the evaluations of my peers, they are the type who can speak to you for an entire day without saying anything. I want to put that to the test. I don't. That sounds like my least favorite type of person. So it is exceedingly accurate to say that Mr. Choiseul's talents are irreplaceable. Look, Storm, the location of your final review is the former location of the Guillotine Research Institute, and now the current residence of the Institute. Before the incident, weekly lectures were held there regarding critical projects. Of course, the old administrative functions are all still in effect and can handle the final review. What's the plaza for? There are even seats around it. Is it an amphitheater of some kind? Ah, I have heard colleagues stationed at the Institute speak of this place. That is the sacred ground of Fontanians, the place where Fanta was born. Refreshing Fanta, a font of refreshment. Ahem. That is the Fontaine Research Institute's academic assembly hall, and it is dedicated to the purpose of displaying the fruits of our research, such as the combat-capable artifice dancers, the gramophone, the turbine-powered glider, among others. Previous analyses of Institute assets show that of the items I mentioned previously, Fanta may be the only scientific achievement that remains legally profitable. Wow. I couldn't help but notice your wording contained a few baseless accusations. I'm glad you noticed. In that case, would you mind giving me your opinion of the ongoing criminal activity of selling off research materials from within the Institute? Oh, I did a whole event about that. That Research Institute guy was selling illegal jellyfish. We brought them back to him, and then he sold them again. It is absolutely vile, and those involved in the matter ought to be arrested in accordance with the law. Huh. Well then, out of those with access to the Institute's technical assets and the capacity to commit such a crime, who do you believe it was exactly? Could it be possible that it was a criminal? Oh? Storm, let's keep moving. I need to go to a file storage room first and retrieve a survey anchor, which we can use to monitor the strength of the energy flows. It's not far. Let's go. Okay. Finance Investigation Office Notice. To thoroughly investigate the Institute's loss of assets, effective today, funding approval for the auxiliary robo-arm hollow propulsion wind glider and autonomous circuit aquabus projects is suspended pending further reviews of finances and assets. Okay. I need to activate this. Aha, another treasure chest. But where is the blue swirly thing that I need? That is its technical term. Blue swirly. Oh, there it is. Found it. Didn't it also say that there was a Oculus up here somewhere? Where is said Oculus? Okay, well first, I'm gonna kill you.
This is order. Stabilize.
And then I will find my Oculus. Okay, that unlocked this thing. Okay, but I need to pick this back up. Okay, go back up. And then I need to unlock this. Okay. Now I need to go back up here. Still have no idea where this Oculus is. Activate. Activate. Another rune. Or whatever. Cipher letter 5. All that once stood fast has been destroyed. The stone walls are as weak as flesh and blood. The time has come for me to leave, and I shall not return. But I won't give up. I see the path leading towards my future. I will endeavor towards it, even if it's a path of solitude. Okay. Good for you.
Wait. Huh? No.
I need this. Thank you. Go back here. And then I need to charge this. Okay, now I can go get my treasure chest. But where is my Oculus? Did I read this? Okay, that's a lot. Announcement regarding the memorial service for Monsieur Boutour. The Institute will hold a memorial service for Monsieur Boutour tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. in the Academic Assembly Hall to honor his research contributions to the Institute and the people of the Court of Fontaine. May he rest in peace. Anyone not associated with the Institute who wishes to attend the service should first register with the Funerary Office. Notice. Regarding sanctions for personnel conducting unapproved research. In summary, Patrice traveled to Liwa without permission and conducted experiments without the Institute's approval. He is also suspected of tampering with and falsifying experimental results. He retains his position on probation pending investigation. All experimental data and papers from the project will be temporarily archived and in the care of Monsieur Anatole pending subsequent review and empirical verification. Notice of Edwin Eastinghouse's dismissal. In accordance with the Fontaine Research Institute's personnel regulations, Edwin Eastinghouse has been absent from work without permission for a long period without having submitted any application, and is thereby dismissed from his post of senior technician effective today, with further investigation pending. Notice of Coutreau's dismissal. In accordance with the laws of the Court of Fontaine and the Fontaine Research Institute's personnel regulations, Coutreau has been dismissed from his position as a researcher of the Institute effective immediately. The Institute retains the right to pursue further legal action in accordance with the relevant laws. Good to know.
Don't let any of it roll away now.
Maybe one day that information will be relevant to me. Now where is my Oculus? I don't understand. It like literally should be right here. Hello? What is happening? Is it in that tree? Kind of looks like it's in that tree. I just didn't hear it glowing. It's not in the sky. What am I missing? Where the heck? I hate to leave an Oculus behind because I don't know. Whatever. Actually, I have to go this direction. Yeah, I don't know when I'll be able to return here. That is so weird. It's not in the sky. Can I teleport to wherever? No. It's just on this path. And my ping is freakishly high for some reason. So odd. Can I move this? No. Okay. That did something.
A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues.
Interesting. Okay, so this needs this block from up here. Okay. Did I do the puzzle? Okay. I think I did the puzzle the wrong way, but it like worked. So who really cares? Either that or because my ping is so bad, I'm missing something I was supposed to have done. So odd. My ping is usually like 20 or less. I don't know why it's 400 something. Is it up there? Do I have to go up? Hi. Mr. Knacker, you finally come. We came across a little hiccup on the way. Never mind that. Have you retrieved the survey anchor yet? I was just about to bring that up with you. I don't know if it was due to the explosion, but the supporting tools that were kept here are all damaged. You should know, if you don't use the proper tools to retrieve the anchors, you will be subject to being struck by high-intensity Archeum energy flows. Oh, intense energy flow from the Archeum? Got it. Huh? What I just said was just, I didn't... Relax, sweetie. You were merely speaking the truth. It's not like you offended anyone. What Miss Chalmay said was indeed the truth. I hope that I can say the same for what you shall write. Whenever the truth is placed right before me, I never pretend that it's not there. That would be a mistake. Is that so? Well, it takes only the slightest bit of effort to fixate on something, but it always takes more brain power to avert your gaze from it. What are they, like an old married couple? It's clear they're not having an argument with each other, but why does Paimon still feel like the vibe is even scarier than if they were? Let's deal with the survey anchor. You're right, Miss Chalmay. Let's go examine the anchor. Okay, then. That said, the area where it's located is still blocked. I'll go ahead and open those ports to unblock it. Storm, as I recall, you were an adventurer who came for the recruitment, yes? Well, when assisting our institute in its work, you'll sometimes be required to carry out certain precise operations. Sounds shady. I'd like to see your practical capabilities first. Could you please go and help Miss Chalmay operate the energy transfer terminal to clear the area where the survey anchor is of obstructions? I guess, sure. Paimon thinks she's heard of this story somewhere before. It's something like, your test began the moment you set foot in this area. You could say that. If you pass the final review, then we'll do a detailed competency assessment for you. So there's like never-ending tests. You just really do not want to pay me. After all, everybody excels at different things, and the work they can take on also differs. And so their compensation will differ as well. How very blunt of you, but you're not wrong. Ooh, then we've got to show them our worth. Just treat this as an early assessment. Miss Chalmay is over there. She'll explain to you how to operate the terminal. Please follow her instructions and unblock the area as soon as you can. I'll be watching you from the side. So you don't want to pay me, but you also don't want to do the work yourself because you're lazy, is what I'm getting. Why is the ping so bad? Activate. Another one of these. Cipher letter 1. This is a test text for cipher letters. I haven't thought of any suitable scenarios where this tech can be applied. Considering that the energy transfer terminals and their receiving terminals aren't widespread in Fontaine, the use of encrypted images will be limited to within the Fontaine Research Institute. Tellard just loves coming up with such useless inventions. I've already warned him not to vandalize the place. The encrypted images use a special paint that requires an equally special solvent to remove. The formula for the solvent needed to remove the encrypted messages is recorded below. The text below has been removed. So you're stuck with this graffiti. Sucks to suck. Give me that. Transfer me to this. And then I will power this thing. Oh. I didn't want to talk to you. I wanted to go get my treasure chest or whatever it is I just unlocked. Excellent work. The lock has been opened. Your abilities to quickly grasp the mechanics and execute are both outstanding, and your value far exceeds the vast majority of those who participate in experiments. I will truthfully report your performance as such. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. So what's next? Whoa. Miss Crony, what's gotten into you? I suddenly feel like I'm gonna throw up. Oh, do not do it in front of me. If I see people vomit, I will vomit. Miss Crony, please drink this medicine. Exposed survey anchors radiate with archaeum energy traces, and the place we are in now has also been affected somewhat. However, this energy level won't leave permanent adverse effects on the body. Just take this medicine and you'll be fine. Don't take drugs from strangers. You don't know what it is. Ugh. It tastes terrible. Forget it. I guess this is also a kind of first-hand experience. Storm, these 2 bottles are for the 2 of you. Please drink them quickly. Thanks, but I'm not feeling any discomfort at all. Paimon either. Really? That's really quite interesting. And is completely at odds with the results of the Applications of Archaeum Risk Report 3rd edition. We all should have been affected by the same amount of archaeum energy. We are constantly journeying over mountains and seas. We are way stronger than the people you've got working here. Correction. You can now assume that all of the Fontaine Research Institute staff are now working out in the open, beneath the sun and stars. Your report might consider mentioning the difficult work conditions we are enduring, Miss Crony. Ah, I've been wronged without having been notified in advance. The Steambird won't just let this go. this all aside, you clearly have an extremely strong innate tolerance of the energy flow, Storm. If so, you are certainly the best candidate to assist the Institute without question. Please approach the storage room and report any dizziness, nausea, itchiness, or any other discomfort you feel during the process. Hold on there. Are you using Storm as a guinea pig? It's nothing new. I'm used to it. Without fulfilling your obligation to inform her of the risks first, he just read me off the risks. It is clearly stated in Institute abbreviated Externally Contracted Employee Agreement Appendix C41, which she signed. I signed something? Did I? I don't remember. Prior to being officially employed, the applicant shall be subject to a harmless Archeum energy flow tolerance test, and the Institute has the right to terminate the contract based upon the results of said test. I hate reading text. You chose not to exercise your right to read the text, but each document was clearly marked, "Please sign your name," after carefully reading the document and making sure there are no mistakes. Dude, I do that all the time. However, seeing as you seem completely unaffected by the energy flow, I believe you may be just the person we're looking for. In any case, let's get down to business. Take these 3 steps toward the storage unit, then to the storage room, rather, then hold still for 30 seconds. You follow an accurate series of complicated instructions. I could not read that fast enough. We've gone this far, but Paimon still doesn't feel anything. Do you feel any discomfort? I'm feeling the same as always. That's a relief then. Paimon was worrying about how she'd carry you out of here if you were to suddenly pass out. Although we've come all this way and we can't see Knacker or the others anymore, and it doesn't seem like we can hear them either, what do we do next? Paimon knows. Maybe they'll chuck some sort of box in here and communicate with us through that, like a walkie-talkie. That'd be quite handy. We'll find out soon enough. Paimon can't wait to see what kind of cool gadgets they might use to communicate with us. Storm, can you hear me? Oh, so they rely on the technology of shouting really loud. I can hear you. Do you guys feel any discomfort? Everything's fine. That's great. Please continue on to the survey anchor. You should be able to see it now. Once you retrieve it, it will temporarily fall into a dormant state and stop radiating energy, and then we'll be able to come in. Be careful. If you feel uncomfortable, then we'll get out of here. Okay, but first I want my treasure chest.
A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues.
Okay, one moment. I need to figure out what is going on with this ping. Okay, I just needed to exit the game and go back in, and now my ping has fixed itself. So weird. Fontaine Research Institute of Kinetic Energy Engineering. Executive office located at the intersection between the Lefay and Fontaine Research Institute of Kinetic Energy Engineering regions, primarily responsible for the Institute's various administrative tasks. Academic Assembly Hall, a venue for showcasing the products of the Institute's research to the public. The circular design of the exhibition hall allows it to accommodate a larger audience while providing a better view. Central Laboratory. Located in the heart of Fontaine Research Institute of Kinetic Energy Engineering, it has the most advanced instruments in Fontaine. Currently, the primary research undertaken there is related to the experimental field generator. The text that follows is too marred to be discernible. A perfect yesterday. What is... The day that has passed cannot stay. Did I get that for reading? Who knows what that achievement is? This appears to be a reference book meant to teach common knowledge to people who have yet to come of age. But why is it placed inside the Institute's materials office? Who knows what these weirdos are doing? This seems to be a literary work of fiction. In this book, the entire Fontaine Research Institute was transported to a fantasy world, and many researchers go on adventures together in this other world. There is a note stuck to the end of the text with the following comments written on it. Why do I still have to carry mechanisms and fight monsters even in another world? How is this any different from real life? Is this what counts for popular novels within Institute circles? You might as well write one in which Mr. Edwin travels to another world with his Archeum. Please refrain from placing novels inside the materials office. Also, Mr. Edwin has stated that he has no interest in traveling to other worlds. Why? It's fun. Did I read this one? This seems to be a reference book intended to impart practical techniques. The book lists a great number of issues that Fontainians are quite unlikely to encounter in their daily lives and provides rigorously logical solutions to said problems. However, both the title page and the ending contain requests from the author for readers to not do such things in practice. Interesting. Okay. I'll pick this up first, and then I will do the unlocking nonsense. You actually managed to retrieve the survey anchor without any instruments, like it was nothing. That's amazing. The last time, we needed at least 3 of us acting together to retrieve an anchor. I'm most certain that you're exactly the talent we've been looking for. With your help, all of our work is going to go much more smoothly. All right, I'll keep it for now. Let's leave this place and report back to the Institute post-haste. Hang on, where's Miss Crony? Paimon doesn't see her anywhere. She was feeling nauseous, so she stayed up there to rest. But don't worry, she's already taken her medicine. She just needs a little time. Huh? Miss Crony, what are you doing here? A bunch of mecha monsters suddenly showed up outside. They're on my heels, about to storm in. Leave it to me. Look out, Storm, over there. Time for murder. Hi.
Busted. Here comes the cash. Our bond is strong.
The process of elimination.
Phew, luckily Storm was here. These were probably the clockwork mecha that the Institute used before to monitor energy flow, as they've equipped with Archeum energy flow monitoring devices. Although they're out of control now, they still automatically converged here upon detecting the energy flow from Archeum. Mr. Knacker, should the Fontaine Research Institute be held accountable for these out-of-control mecha in the wilds? I don't object to that at all. They should be held accountable. Oh? If you truly have a way to have those buried in the ground, rise up and speak again. Also, I sincerely suggest that you stay here and rest, Miss Crony. Mr. Choiseul and Raimondo are at the Institute's new site, and they aren't going anywhere. Once you're feeling better, then you can go and interview them. Yeah, you felt so sick that you could barely even stand. Don't push yourself too hard. Your health is essential. No, I can't. Interviewing Choiseul is the final step, not the beginning. That's why I'm following Mr. Knacker around. I want to experience everything firsthand and get tangible evidence. I have to question Choiseul with evidence in hand. That way, he won't be able to beat around the bush like last time. And lo and behold, I've now personally experienced this so-called harmless Archeum energy flow. No? Once I get to the Fontaine Research Institute, I'm definitely going to uncover all of the hidden truths. I truly admire your professionalism, Miss Crony, but are you sure you'll be able to make it the rest of the way there? Don't worry, I'll be right behind you guys. I'm a reporter after all. Okay. You do you, I guess. I need to unlock that, so we gotta go back upstairs. Back upstairs. Okay. Or actually, no, that was what... Never mind. That was what I used to unlock the door in the first place. I don't need to do anything with that. But I do want to find this Oculus, since we could not find the last one. Where the heck? It's in the sky. Really? Okay, one moment. I can do this.
The wind rises.
Okay. Okay. Let's go back to the other team. Now, is this still the same quest? No, not that. This. Why do you keep opening that? It is, in fact, still the same quest. This is a very long quest. Hello, little birds. What is up? I've come to steal your pine cones. Hi, doggo. Mine. Mary Ann Memorial Park. We're here. This is the Mary Ann Memorial Park. This is a park, but it doesn't look like a park at all. When the explosion happened, this place was hit by the first shock, but there might have been some... Okay. Why is that so fast? Foul. More foul. Did a bunch of birds die in the making of this park? Okay. Retrieve. Miniaturized personnel recording device. My Lordette will be happy to see this. Retrieve. These materials are so broken up. Okay, there was stuff over here. Old copies of the Steambird. Okay, that's what I needed. Now we go this way. Let me see. Oh, there might be something under the storage drums over there. Is this pile of okay, I guess so. We'll need to remove them. That's not what I meant to do. Okay. All right, there seems to really not be anything of value here. It's time to move on. A researcher who once worked together with Edwin Eastinghouse is now kicking storage drums around in a junk heap. Meanwhile, the Fontaine Research Institute still complains about being short-handed. Huh. The way these researchers go about things is truly unfathomable. Everybody's worth is reflected in different ways, and kicking storage drums is my way of doing things these days. But I've heard that prior to Edwin's big screw up, you had quite some sway in the Institute. Some might even say that you were second only to Edwin himself. Oh, you were that powerful? That no longer means anything. Now I'm merely someone who was fortunate to survive this project and one of the culprits who turned the central laboratory into what it is today. This is the only information I can offer you, Miss Crony. Well, I believe that was plenty. Let me write that down. Oh, where are my pen and notebook? My whole bag is gone. I put it right next to a strange-looking mecha just now. Where did it go? You mean the one behind you? Help. Okay, can do.
Stabilize. I will have order.
Hey, remember when we were being followed by mecha like a minute ago? And they were trying to murder me? Yeah, what if I just forgot all of that and just put my bag next to the mecha anyway? What is up with these mecha? I fear that anyone who could have answered that question is now, well, indisposed. Let's hurry over to the Institute. Storm needs to participate in something. Where am I going? Over there. We're gonna teleport. Okay. Raimondo, nothing could go wrong here, right? Everything is running according to the set orbit, Schwassul. Round and round it goes, without any errors. Error-free. Everything might be, but I'm just worried about getting dizzy. Mr. Schwassul, Mr. Raimondo. Ah, Knacker, it's great to see you. Have you taken care of those survey anchors? I trust that you've done as you always have, complete your tasks to perfection? I have. Allow me to give you two a brief report. With Storm's assistance, the anchor was successfully retrieved without any equipment. That's unbelievable. You were able to retrieve one without the use of any instruments? Goodness, thank heavens. The entire Institute right now only has 3 complete sets of such equipment, and I was honestly worried as to how we might retrieve the anchors as soon as possible. I didn't do anything, really. I just picked it up. Yeah, it felt like just any other commission that we've done. No. For you to have retrieved an anchor at all is special enough as is. Is there any critical data in the anchor, Mr. Schwassul? Of course not. Some insignificant data, Miss Crony. I agree with you. After all, there's no way for insignificant data to radiate with harmful Archeum energy flows, is there? Energy flow? I mean, of course it's necessary and must exist as a technological means of preserving the... What I'd really like to know is why the Fontaine Research Institute would place these survey anchors to monitor the Archeum energy flow after the explosion. Certainly, obviously. These survey anchors are used for monitoring... Miss Crony talks so fast, like a whopper flower spitting fireballs. Allow me to be more specific. How exactly is the Fontaine Research Institute planning to deal with this explosion? Yes. I was just about to answer that question. This was an excellent question to ask, as many people are concerned about it. Miss Crony, I am so delighted that you've come to visit again. I must stress on behalf of Mr. Schwassul that the Institute has never changed its solution to the explosion. Once we have recovered all the retrievable research assets at the old site, we will demolish the old central laboratory and do our best to restore the area's natural environment to its original state. By the central laboratory, you mean the building floating in the air? How are you going to demolish a building like that? Blow it up just like before? Of course, we shan't be using such crude and simple solutions. This demolition will utilize our newly researched experimental field generator. This device can deactivate the gravity-altering field that surrounds the Institute's ruins and land them on the ground safely. It sounds like it's an off switch and it's just going to come plummeting down. But wasn't this device also within said ruins, and wasn't it also a work of Edwin Eastinghouse that used Archeum as its energy source? So, based on what you're saying, the Fontaine Research Institute is still unwilling to give up this harmless Archeum project, yes? I think they're not giving it up so easily. You've been keeping up with what she's saying? Nope, I just repeated her last sentence. Have you been doing this to pretend that you understand what's going on? I picked it up from those guys from Schwessel and Raimondo. That's what they've been doing. Anyways, the Research Institute, the Fontaine Research Institute, is still trying to do dangerous stuff in dangerous ways, right? A great summary, Miss Paimon. If we're discussing uncontrolled risks, well, even walking on a road may be dangerous. Also, you should note that the energy source we're using is completely new and stable tri-state Archeum. How does that differ from normal Archeum? Does the new word in front of it mean anything? This, to me, seems like a purely rhetorical maneuver. I'm sure Mr. Schwessel would be happy to have an in-depth conversation with you about grammar, but I've left Mr. Knacker hanging for too long, and really that's just impolite. Mr. Knacker, I trust that you've done everything that I've asked. With Storm's help, everything couldn't have gone any better. Is this an adventurer who came for recruitment? Knacker recounts to Raimondo everything that happened, emphasizing the amazing talent you displayed when retrieving the survey anchor. He also briefly touches on Crony's ironclad professionalism as well as the severe vomiting reaction she had. From the joking look on Knacker's face, there seems to be no ill intent in his jest about the committed reporter, or so you assume. Like I said, old married couple. These two, they're gonna end up together. That is rare, extremely rare. I'm delighted that you're applying for work at the Institute, Storm. After hundreds of years of bad luck, we're finally catching a break. I'm confident that you'll be of great help to us. Here are the documents I signed. Leave them over there. Don't worry about those. Aren't you gonna take a look at them? We spent ages on them, and Mr. Desnos also took them very seriously. These documents definitely have their uses. Yeah, so that you can say we knew all of the risks before we died. We just signed our life away. They certainly help us weed idiots out, at least. As for you, however, I believe that your good qualities go far beyond what they can summarize, so let's leave them alone for now. So, are you saying we passed the review? Without a doubt, yes. I will personally prepare the contract and notice that you'll need to sign for follow-up work. Until then, Mr. Knacker? Yes? While Miss Crony appears to be having a discussion about energy safety with Mr. Schwassul, how about you take Storm to retrieve the last two survey anchors? The energy flow control operations are nearing completion, and all that's left is the data compilation. Oh well. At least everything is under control. Are you guys heading somewhere else? I'll come along too. This reporter lady sure has pretty good ears. Is this still the same? What? No, this is an... Oh, okay. This is all still the same...
Wait. Huh? No. Whatever.
Okay, I think I'm going to stop this part here, and then we will do the other quests as their own thing, and then we'll return to this for a part 2. So yeah, until then, bye.